The durian is the edible fruit of several tree species belonging to the genus Durio. There are 30 recognized species, at least 9 of which produce edible fruit. Durio zibethinus, native to Borneo, Malay Peninsula, and Sumatra, is the only species available on the international market. It has over 300 named varieties in Thailand and over 200 in Malaysia as of 2021. Other species are sold in their local regions. Known in some regions as the king of fruits, the durian is distinctive for its large size, strong odor, and thorn-covered rind. The fruit can grow as large as 30 centimeters, 12 in long, and 15 centimeters, 6 in diameter, and it typically weighs 1 to 3 kilograms, 2 to 7 pounds. Its shape ranges from oblong to round, the color of its husk from green to brown, and its flesh from pale yellow to red, depending on the species. The flavor of the flesh is complex with savory notes, the texture creamy and pudding-like. Some people regard the durian as having a pleasantly sweet fragrance, whereas many others find the aroma overpowering and unpleasant. The persistence of its strong odor, which may linger for several days, has led some hotels and public transportation services in Southeast Asia, such as in Singapore and Bangkok, to ban the fruit. The flesh can be consumed at various stages of ripeness, and it is used to flavor a wide variety of sweet desserts and savory dishes in Southeast Asian cuisines. The seeds can be eaten when cooked. The name durian is derived from the Malay word duri, thorn, a reference to the numerous prickly thorns on the fruit's rind, combined with a noun-building suffix "an." The Oxford English Dictionary first cites it from a 1588 translation of Juan González de Mendoza's History of the Great and Mighty Kingdom of China. Historical variant spellings include durian, durioan, durine, durian, and dorian. The name of the type species, Durio zibethinus, is derived from Italian sorbetto, the civet, as the strong pungent stink of the fruit reminded people of the smell of the animal. Durian trees are large, growing to 25 to 50 meters, 80 to 165 feet, in height depending on the species. The leaves are evergreen, elliptic to oblong, and 10 to 18 centimeters, 4 to 7 inches long. The flowers are produced in 3 to 30 clusters together on large branches and directly on the trunk, with each flower having a calyx, sepals, and 5, rarely 4 or 6, petals. Durian trees have 1 or 2 flowering and fruiting periods per year, although the timing varies depending on the species, cultivars, and localities. A typical durian tree can bear fruit after 4 or 5 years. The durian fruit can hang from any branch and matures roughly 3 months after pollination. The fruit can grow up to 30 centimeters, 12 in long, and 15 centimeters, 6 in diameter, and typically weighs 1 to 3 kilograms, 2 to 7 pounds. Its shape ranges from oblong to round, the color of its husk green to brown, and its flesh pale yellow to red, depending on the species. Among the 30 known species of Durio, 9 produce edible fruits: D. zibethinus, D. dulcis, D. grandiflorus, D. graveolens, D. cutagensis, D. lowianus, D. macrantha, D. oxalianus, and D. testudinariu. D. zibethinus is the only species commercially cultivated on a large scale and available outside its native region. Since this species is open-pollinated, it shows considerable diversity in fruit color and odor, size of flesh and seed, and tree phenology. In the species name, zibethinus refers to the Indian civet, Vivera zibetha. There is disagreement over whether this name, bestowed by Linnaeus, alludes to civets being so fond of the durian that the fruit was used as bait to entrap them, or to the durian smelling like the civet. Durian flowers are large and feathery, with copious nectar. They give off a heavy, sour, buttery odor. These features are typical of flowers pollinated by certain species of bats that eat nectar and pollen. Durians can be pollinated by bats, the cave nectar bat Eonycteris spilea, the lesser short-nosed fruit bat Sinopterus brachiotis, and the large flying fox, Pteropus vampirus. 2 species, D. grandiflorus and D. oblongus, are pollinated by spider hunter birds, Nectariniidae, while D. cutagensis is pollinated by giant honey bees and birds as well as by bats. Some scientists have hypothesized that the development of monothecate anthers and larger flowers, compared with those of the remaining genera in Durioni, in the clade consisting of Durio, Boschia, and Collenia, was in conjunction with the transition from beetle pollination to vertebrate pollination. Over the centuries, numerous durian cultivars, propagated by vegetative clones, have arisen in Southeast Asia. They used to be grown, with mixed results, from seeds of trees bearing superior quality fruit. They are now propagated by layering, marcotting, or more commonly grafting, including bud, veneer, wedge, whip, and U-grafting, onto seedlings of randomly selected rootstocks. Different cultivars may be distinguished to some extent by variations in the fruit shape, such as the shape of the spines. The Malaysian Ministry of Agriculture and Agro-Based Industry has since 1934 maintained a list of registered varieties, where each cultivar is assigned a common name and a code number starting with D. These codes are widely used through Southeast Asia. As of 2021, there were over 200 registered varieties. Many superior cultivars have been identified through competitions held at the annual Malaysian Agriculture, Horticulture, and Agrotourism Show. There are 13 common Malaysian varieties having favorable qualities of color, texture, odor, taste, high yield, and resistance against various diseases. Musang King, D197, was discovered in the 1980s when a man named Tan Lai Phuc from Rob, Pahang, stumbled upon a durian tree in Gua Musang, Kelantan. He brought a branch back to Rob for grafting. The cultivar was named after its place of origin. The variety has bright yellow flesh and is like a more potent or enhanced version of the D24. The D24 or Sultan durian has golden yellow flesh and a rich texture and aroma. It is a popular variety in Malaysia. Other popular cultivars in Malaysia include Tekka, with a distinctive yellowish core in the inner stem, D168, Aing Lai, which is round, of medium size, green and yellow outer skin, and easily dislodged flesh which is medium thick, solid, yellow in color and sweet, and red prawn, Udang Merah, D175, found in the states of Pahang and Johor. The fruit is medium-sized, oval, brownish-green, with short thorns. The flesh is thick, not solid, yellow-colored, and has a sweet taste. Indonesia has more than 100 varieties of durian. The most cultivated species is D. zibethanus. Notable varieties are Sukuan, Central Java, Sitakam Bitai, Sijapang Bitai, Simas Bogor, Sunan Jepara, Si Dodol and Si Hijau, South Kalimantan, and Petruk, Central Java. In Thailand,